Hello, CIS114DE students. And my name is Wayne Jensen. I'm the instructor for this course. And I just wanted to make a short video to introduce you to the course, the way it's structured, and how you can navigate the course, okay? So the very first thing is on the home page, you have the recent announcements, and you're always going to want to read through them. Like, for instance, this one um, for this week, welcome to your class. There's information on how to get registered for Simnet. So read through that, follow the instructions in the video so that you'll have access to Simnet because Simnet is required to do your assignments. Okay, so if I go back to the home page here for a second, and there's other information here on the front page. There's also a link to that same video here and a PowerPoint slideshow that'll show you how to get registered. So very important. That's the very important first step is to do that. And then over here on the right-hand side, you have your to-do list, and these are all the things that you'll need to do each week. Your assignments will come up there. But also very important on the left-hand side here is a link to the syllabus that you're going to want to read because one of the options here, or one of the assignments is the syllabus acknowledgement, which I think includes some additional questions about the syllabus. But the main thing is just acknowledging that you've read it and understand it. Okay, and then on the left-hand side also is this link to the modules, and this course is organized in modules. So this first section here are just resources that are available to you as a student in Chandler, Gilbert, and then there's the Q&A discussion forum. This is kind of like a frequently asked questions. This is what you would use to ask questions about that you have that might be applicable to other students in the course so that everybody will have access to the response. And I encourage you to use that when you have questions that you think are kind of general questions. And then for week one, this is the module. So this is representative of the weekly modules. You'll have the week one readings, which is read chapter one in your textbook. And then you've got Canvas assignments. In week one, there's 3 of them: the academic integrity quiz, syllabus acknowledgement, which is also a quiz. You can tell by the icon on the left-hand side. And then there's this introductions, which is basically a graded discussion where you give some information about yourself and why you're taking the course and so forth. Okay, and then down below that, you have the Simnet assignment. So when you click on this, and you click on this post test, that'll open up the Simnet assignment. Now, because I'm not a registered student in the course, I can't click on this and have this open up to the exact assignment, but you can do that directly from this link. Another way you can get to the assignments is clicking on the McGraw Hill Simnet link on the left-hand side, and that'll open up a window that looks something like this. And it'll either be tiles or it'll be a list like this. I kind of like the tiles view. You can toggle back and forth. And there's 2 different colored tiles. There's the sim paths, which are the lessons and the post tests. And I'll explain that in just a second. And then there's also the guided projects. So for all the orange colored tiles, you're going to be doing those exercises in the Simnet simulation environment. You're not using the actual Excel application. You're using a simulation. Okay, so you can actually do that using any browser on any kind of computer and you're not going to have a problem. But the projects are different because projects, you're going to download a file and you're going to make modifications to that file, that starter file, in the actual Excel application. So I highly recommend that you use a Windows PC when you're doing the projects. You'll have a lot fewer problems. If you don't have access to a Windows PC at home, there's Windows PCs available to you in the library on campus and also in the computer lab on campus. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the post test for this first one here so that you can see how that works. So I'll open this up and let's see. I'm not sure this is where I wanted to go, but okay. Actually, I wanted to do this. I'll open this on another tab. Okay, so when you open up that Simnet SimPath assignment, the orange tile, you're going to get these 3 steps. You're going to take the pretest, and let me reset this assignment so that it'll look just like you'll see it. There'll be a pretest step, there's a take a lesson step, and then the post-test. So now I would recommend, if you're completely unfamiliar with Excel, you can take the pretest, or you also have the option of skipping the pretest. So these first 2 steps, step 1 and 2, are just to prepare you to take the post-test. You don't get graded on the pretest, and you don't get graded on the lesson. You only get graded on the post-test. So what you would do is go through and take the pretest, and it'll look just like the post-test, but it's going to basically determine which tasks in Excel you need help and need to study more closely. So, but most students will just skip the pretest and then go right to the lesson. And then once you take the lesson, when you click on the Take the Lesson button, that'll take you to the text, the e-text. And this is the e-text for Chapter 1. And it has these 3 buttons here, the Show Me, Guide Me, Let Me Try. So one strategy would be to go through and just quickly read through the skill. And that's all this text and information and illustrations. So you can read through that. Or you can also just click on the Show Me button, and that'll take you to this screen. It'll just be a video that'll demonstrate that particular skill that's in that section of the chapter. And then you can click this play button. It'll just show you a video that demonstrates how to do it. And then there's the Guide Me. And this is where you actually do it. It'll have the instructions. It says add the number 9500 to the selected cell and then press enter. So in that case, I can just type 9500 and press enter, and it'll say that I did it correctly. And you can advance to the next step. And that'll take you to the next step. There's also the Let Me Try. Okay, so you can go to that, and it says add number 9500 to cell B9. So just type 9500 again and press enter. Whoops. First you have to select the cell and then type 9500 and press enter. Okay. And so you can do that through, that'll take you to all of the next ones. Okay. And then you can say add, you can do this one, add the word July to cell B2. And so select cell B2 and type July. And this is on the Let Me Try. And that'll go to the next one. And so as long as you're successful there, but let's say I don't know how to do this one, I can go up here and click on the Show Me button or Guide Me button. So if I go to Guide Me, it'll say add the number 9500 to the selected cell and then press enter. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So let me try this again. Let me try. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're on that next step. So then we just put 9500 here, or I have to select it first. And then enter. And then we can advance to the next step. Okay. Or we can go to the next one, go to the next Let Me Try in this chapter by clicking on these arrows. So these arrows just advance you to the next one. And you can try, it says clear the formatting from the selected cells, leaving only the content. Okay, so we can go up here to the clear button and clear formats. Okay, so if I didn't know how to do that, I can do the Guide Me. And then it just says click the clear button. Okay, and so you can go through and figure out how to do each of these steps. And then once you're finished with the lesson, you can exit. And then you can also exit up right here, exit the book. You're finished studying the chapter. That'll take you back here. And I can skip over the lesson and then take the post-test. And this is the part where you're going to get graded on. So let me just show you what that looks like. Click on the Take the Post-Test. And agree to their integrity policy to start the exam. And then you're going to enter, so you'll have the instructions. They'll be very similar to the lesson and the pretest. Enter 530 in the cell C7. So C7 is already selected, so just enter 530 and hit the enter. And it'll say you answered it correctly. And you go through and do each one of those. It says use a single command to clear everything, content and formatting. So we'll go over here to clear, clear all. Okay. And just go through and it'll show you which question. My screen's not rendering quite exactly right yet or here, but it'll show up here which question you're on. Question, I think, should be 2 of like 20 or something like that. Or you can also click on this toggle question list and it'll show you which questions you've answered correctly with a green check mark. If it was incorrect, there'll be a red X. And there's 50 questions in this post test. Okay. So you get 4 attempts per question. So if I want to do this next one, I can just select the question I want, click on the load question button here down in the bottom right hand corner. And then it says center the center the content in the selected cell. So click on this center line and then continue. And one strategy would be just go through and do as many as you can correctly. And then I'm going to do one incorrectly just so that I can show you what happens. So it'll say, see, I selected column D instead of C. So it says incorrect hint. Click the column selector at the top of column C. The column selector is going to be the letter. Okay. So then I can click continue and it'll just take me to the next question. If I want to retry that, I can go back by clicking on this button and then redoing it. But if I don't click on that and just go on to the next one, select cells A5 through D8. So A5 through D8, like that. And then click continue. And now I can look at my toggle list and I can see I've got this question. See, I go through and do all the questions and then go back and for the ones that I got wrong, I can try them again. So I can select this one and go back and select column C. So I can try that again, see if I can get it right this time. There we go. Okay. Now when I look at my toggle list, they're all correct, but I have other questions to do. I've only done 5 of 50. So go through and do all of those. And then once you're done, let's say we'll load the next question here. And find my cursor. There it is. Load this question. Okay. Let's say I need to go to the store or run an errand for my mom or something. I can click on this pause button here to pause the exam and click the pause the exam. And then when I come back to the assignment, I can go to click the take post test and it'll show me, it should come up just with all the things that you have to go to the integrity policy again. But now when I click on my toggle list, I didn't lose any of the ones that I completed correctly. And now I can go back and finish the post test. So everybody should get 100% on all the post tests. Okay. So then for week 1, you've got these Canvas assignments. And then for the second one here, this other Simnet assignment, this is the one where you're going to want to use a Windows PC. And because you're going to be using the actual Excel application to do this. I strongly recommend you use a Windows PC and not a Mac because you'll run into a lot fewer problems, and I guarantee that. Okay, and then right below that is a link to a video that demonstrates how to do that guided project. Okay, so you'll want to watch that video just so that you know the process of doing guided projects. So then to be successful in the course, all you do is go through each one of these modules each week, and I will have a announcement at the beginning of each week that will introduce you to the topics for that week. So you can watch that as usually a short video and then do your assignments. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out, gives you an idea of how to get started at least. If you run into any problems or have any questions, you can email me by using the inbox here, Canvas inbox, and just send me an email. Okay, let me do that because I'm not a registered student. But anyway, um, you know how to use that probably. And if not, you can also text me. I'll put my phone number here on the screen so that you can text me if you, and then I can contact you and set up a WebEx and walk you through the things with and help you one-on-one. And I can do that anytime, except for Tuesdays. Tuesdays, I'm not available. Okay, so hopefully that helps, guys. And I hope that you have a lot of success. And this is really a great course because the things that you're going to learn about Excel, to me, is one of my favorite, or is my favorite Microsoft Office application. It'll make you a very productive person and much more marketable in the job markets. So, all right, guys, good luck. And don't hesitate to contact me if you need help.